there, Mike. Hope you're having a great day today. Here's your video lesson. So you have one massive topic I want to talk about. I'll talk about it as much as I can today, and we'll continue this this thought for the next several lessons, I'm sure. There's a lot to unpack with this thing, so let's get to it. So I was got your text message. You want me to go over a little bit more about using Logic Pro, and then also to how to create gent style drums inside of that program. Each one of those is a massive undertaking. So I'll do as much as I can to to get you started right away. That we can make stuff that you're gonna make. So what I'm gonna do here, and hopefully you can see everything in here. Try to move this as close as possible. I'm sure there's a way for me to do this like all super fancy, but we're just gonna keep it simple like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up Logic. So I got Logic opened right here. I'm gonna go to File. I'm gonna hit New. And don't close my current project because I'm still working on it. So I'm here at this menu. I'm going to select the MIDI software instrument. I'm just going to create one track, and I'm going to hit that button, Create. So now I have my blank document right here, or my blank file. The basic commands for this is Y will open and close all the instruments that are available to you with the program. It already comes under the hood. It comes with tons of stuff. So Y will give you access, Y on and off, it'll give you access to all those. And then the inspector right here, this is how you this is how you add all your plugins. So you want to know how this works. We're not going to do too much with that today, but I will open and close that menu right there. So see I, and then so you can actually take it down Y and I, and it just gives you your instrument right here, your MIDI instrument. Right, we're not plugging into the audio interface yet. Right, that's for audio, direct audio recording. So I'm going to hit I one more time to open up that. I'm going to open up Y, and so I myself to make drums in Logic to get the gent sound. I use the Architect, the Get Good Drums Architect plugin. You don't necessarily need to get started right away, but if you do want that genty sound, you got to get I think like the big and Massive and Big and Massive or something like that. I think they have a new plugin now. I use the Architects because it's gent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and it's going to say drum kit. It's right here on this side of the instruments. You'd see it right there. I'm going to click that, and it gives me all kinds of different drum samples in here. I'm not seeing a specific metal one. They're probably all alluding to something like say for example, Liverpool's, that's probably the Beatles or something. Let's just do heavy, because that seems like it'd be hard rock, or heavy metal. So I'm gonna do heavy, and double click that. So now see, it's popped up over here. So now I got my heavy drum set on this side. What I'm also gonna wanna do is go up here and it says time, or beats per minute. At the very top, it says 120 on yours. I'm gonna change that to 138. That's a nice fast metal tune. There we go. Don't worry about any of the other stuff on there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click and then create MIDI region. So I'm going to click on create MIDI region. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this across for 4 bars. So you can see up here at the top, you have, it says 1, 3, 5, 7 is how mine lays out right now. Those are the measures, right? That's a measure of, those are each a measure of music. So I have my 1, 3, 5, all the way to 5. So I'm going to click on the bottom of this and drag to for it being 4 bars. I'm going to make that 4 because music likes 4s. And then make sure, but when you drag though, make sure that when you drag, you're not clicking the middle of it, because you'll get these like little divots in here and it'll mess up with your copying and pasting. So make sure you click on the bottom of it. So you see like a little bracket and a greater than and less than sign on the sides. You're going to click and drag and it should be one solid block. Like I said, if you're seeing like little tick marks, and that means that you're clicking towards the top, and that's why you're getting that. So you don't want those little divots in there. You want them to be solid. So we're going to click on the bottom of it and drag for 4 bars. Cool, there we go. Other command you're going to want to know how to use is the piano roll. That's how these guys are entering in their information into the drum set. I think back to the first Animals as Leaders self-titled album, and man, that must have been a massive undertaking for programming those drums. Man, it must have taken like months for every single, it's not a real drummer on the album. It's all like literally like this stuff, and it must have taken forever to program all that stuff in there. I mean, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit P, and that brings up my piano roll, right? And it's gonna give me all the It's gonna give me all the parts of the drum. It's not too bad. And then what I'm gonna do to create a djent drum track is the first thing we need is just the ride cymbal on 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna find the ride. Let's do ride out. So oh, then what you want to do here, so you have like this little like on this spot right here. Let's see if I can do it with right here. You're gonna have like a little like pointer tool. You're gonna click on that and you're gonna go down to the pencil tool. It's gonna make it a lot easier to enter in the information. So I'm gonna go back and let's go ride out. There it is. And then I'm gonna click on beat 1. There we go. And then I'm going to drag that for it to take up the full space. So you have here what are called 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and it's probably going to be set to the 16th note. If not, you just click this button where it says time quantize. You can click that and it should be 16th notes right there. Okay? So I have on beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. I'm looking up here for my beat counts, right? So beat 3 and beat 4. And then what I'll do is I'll switch back to my pointer tool and click and drag and highlight those. And I could be off a little bit on the program by where I clicked in there, so I make sure everything is equal. I'm gonna hit that Q. That's gonna quantize. That's gonna make everything kind of fall into the beat, right? Very important button. And then I'm gonna hit Command C. It's gonna copy what I just did. Then I'm gonna go, oh, wait a minute a second. Oh, let's zoom in, there we go. Oh, wait a minute, let's get rid of all this. Let's try that one more time. We get rid of all that, I'm gonna enter it one more time. So I'm gonna zoom in so I can see the 16th note. And I'm gonna go, let's see here. Crash, ride out. Let's get this one here. My pointer tool, or my pencil tool. Click, just shrink that down to the 16th note. Click. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see it says here like measure 1, 1.3. Those are the beats right there. So measure beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, and then get to the 2. Now I'm in the second measure, and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be enough of that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to my pointer tool. I'm going to highlight these, and I'm going to hit Command C. It's going to copy. And then what I want to do is make sure my little drag tool up here is going to be right at the spot where I wanted to paste again. So I'm going to move it right to where the 3 is. I'm just going to double click and go paste. And then I'm going to, while everything's highlighted, or actually I'll do that a little bit later. So that's the ride. So it's going to sound like this. Oops. Double click this so that way it highlights yellow. So now it's going to loop that for me. Take the metronome off. I'll need a metronome while I'm doing MIDI stuff. Very cool. So now we got a nice ride cymbal for our djent. Then I'm going to go down and do snares on beats 3. So 1 snare, where are you? Let's get rim shot, just because it seems to be able to do. I'm going to go back to my pencil tool. I'm going to put that on beat 3. Where are you? There it is. Next beat 3. I zoom out a little bit so you can see where I am. 3, same thing, and then measure 4, same thing, on beat 4, right there. All right, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch back to my pointer tool. I'm gonna zoom out, so you just do like that, close the fingers to zoom out, and I'm gonna highlight everything I've got so far. I'm going to quantize so that way everything lines up on the beat. Here we go. Just click like that, hit the Q to quantize, make sure everyone's on the beat, and then now hit spacebar. That's the backbone of Meshuggah, right? You able to do that, then everything else on top. So then what I'll do is I'll go, okay, I'll go to the kick drum. There it is. And I'll just do random patterns, so djent legs, groupings of 3s and 4s kind of all lumped together, so I'm going to go on offbeats. Oops. Kick, there you are. 3, let's do a couple over here, 3. Let's do a pattern here. I'm going to move it bar wise. I'm just kind of putting them in random spots for the kick. Just doing different patterns. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to sound like. I'm just going to make a bunch of stuff. This is where the fun happens. You can just sit here and just make different patterns. Let's see what it sounds like. There you go, Meshuggah. That's how you make it. That's how you make it. And then I would go through, and if I wanted to get fancy, I would click this right here. There's my drum kit. I'll show you this next time, but I could go into, let's see here, native instruments, Kontakt 8, and then I go to Get Good Drums, One Kit Wonder. There it is. And then that's programmed in, so now I change it. Oh, it's different because they're the different. These keys do different things in different programs, so I changed this. I'm sorry, that's what it is. So awesome, man. So that's how you start making a basic djent pattern inside of Logic, knowing just the basic commands. Have fun with that, and we'll continue this talk next time. Take care.